It's common to have negotiation red buttons. These are triggers for things that aggravate you in negotiation. They may be set off unintentionally or otherwise by the other party. You might find yourself so placid that you do not show any signs of the aggravation during the negotiation. You might find that you do not register the aggravation until after the negotiation has finished. Or you might find that you lose your poise and you revert to a petulant teenager at best, or at worst, you lose your hard-won negotiation gains for a moment of retaliatory glory. Here's my recommendations for how to handle these 6 most common negotiator types that might push those red buttons. You might come across someone you perceive as a one-upmanship negotiator, perhaps thinking they're saying, "My facts are better than your facts." You may feel they're questioning the validity of your data, or that they're showing that they have better knowledge than you do. I always think it's helpful to agree the fact base with the other party and the sources of data before negotiation, just like you have negotiation pre-work where you agree the agenda, the attendees, or the timetable. You might come across someone you perceive as an unfair negotiator, where you seem to have made a very equitable deal, but quite soon afterwards you feel as if you've been shortchanged. It's always helpful to keep documenting what you feel you've agreed as you go along, to share that with the other party and with your colleagues to ensure nothing's been missed and their objectives are met. And if you feel you need to change your mind, doing so on the basis of the desired outcomes and not anger. You may come across what you feel is a character judge negotiator who makes certain statements on the basis of your personality. The reaction I see here is, "They never would have suggested that to my colleague. They said it because it was me." If you feel that is the case, why not question a little bit what motivated certain statements? For example, "I wonder why you bring that up," but try to avoid sarcasm. You may come across what you see as a best interests negotiator who likes to say to you, "You should do this," or "It would be better for you if you did things in this way." If you feel like this, you could either ignore that or decline it, and remember that they may be saying that because someone else has told them that is the right way to do things, or they've told themselves that. You may have come across what you see as an emotional negotiator who is using anger or talking about a personal anxiety as a tactic, and perhaps you feel they've broken an unspoken rule that we don't talk about emotion in negotiations. It can be helpful then to make emotion front and center in your negotiation opening, talking about how you feel, what your concerns or your hopes are, and role modeling how you would like to approach emotion in the negotiation. You may come across what you see as a condescending negotiator who suggests that your offer, your line of argument, or your intellect is inferior. And if you feel like that, it might be helpful to ask them to suggest a solution that meets the goals of all parties satisfactorily. None of these people are real negotiators. They're just how you might perceive the other party, or how the other party might perceive you. Many business negotiators have scores of deals under their belt, and they don't often remember the technical details of each one, but we do often recall how people made us feel. So it seems smart to me to make the other party feel as if they had a productive discussion and if you worked through the challenges together.